Hi guys! Welcome to my plan with me for the month October. I know we're almost a week in already, time flies so fast. But just in case you haven't set up your month yet, or if you're watching this in a very different month altogether, I hope this video will give you some inspiration to set up your own pages. Before I'll start with my monthly layouts, I made a few pages to help me focus in this last quarter of the year. In the past, I did seasonal spreads, but those were always kind of confusing, as seasons never start on the first day of the month, or even the year, right? On my welcome page, I decided to empower myself a bit with a quote on vellum that says, "If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you." This is so true, and I definitely want to work on some big changes in my life, however terrifying they may feel. So to make these changes happen, I set up a goal page. I wanted this page to be really clear in one glance, to be able to keep a good overview on my progress. So I kept the setup super simple. I divided my page in two columns, one for home goals and one for business goals. For both categories, I wrote down 6 goals I want to accomplish before the year ends. I kept some space between each goal, so I can add the steps I need to take, or the sub-goals I need to accomplish in order to complete the larger goals. The subtasks make it all less daunting and show me the progress I am making on each goal. If you'd like to create a goal page yourself, make sure you phrase your goals in a very concrete and measurable way. Also, make sure that your goals are challenging to keep you sharp, but not so much that they are out of your reach. After all, in the end, you do want to check off those boxes and feel good about yourself, right? And even the simplest and most serious pages should be made pretty, in my opinion. It motivates me to open the pages and actually work on them. On my goal page, I didn't write down a subscriber goal for my YouTube channels. After all, I cannot actually directly influence the amount of subscribers, right? So my goals were focusing on tasks I do actually have full control over, like the amount of videos I want to upload. But I do want to track my little milestones on YouTube. It's so nice to see the progress you're making and coloring in a little box each time a milestone was reached. That is what this page is for, to keep track of my numbers. On the top, I am tracking the amount of subscribers for my new channel, Twinkly Tanya Plays. This channel is only 3 weeks old, so I am really excited to track my steps from the very beginning. By the way, if you happen to love gaming, especially Indian simulation games, come visit me there as well, and subscribe if you like my content. On the bottom, I am tracking my numbers for this channel. I made an extra large box for reaching 1,000 subscribers. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could make that happen before the end of the year? Are you subscribed to this channel yet? If not, I would love to welcome you here as one of my first 1,000 fans. For some reason, my mind was so distracted that I couldn't even count properly anymore. Luckily, there's whiteout. I wouldn't know what to do without it. And now it's finally time for my October pages. I refuse to accept that it's autumn already, so I went for sweet pastel colors this month. I found a craft book at my local Action shop with the most gorgeous cutouts and stickers. I also bought some fitting sticker sheets with lots of unicorns, llamas and other adorable creatures. So brace yourself for 10 minutes of cuteness and fuzziness. On my welcome page, I glued a little raccoon floating in the air by holding a bunch of colorful balloons. To keep the impression that the whole page was up in the air, I added some cloud cutouts and a cute air balloon with a little tiny bird on top. The next page is my appointments page, and as always, I kept this page super simple by just taping down a piece of washi tape as a timeline. The only elaborate thing on this page is the header. But if you want to make a similar layout and hand lettering it is just not your thing, of course you can keep the header simple as well. Don't you just love the little air balloons on that washi tape? Then it's time for my focus page. Just like the previous months, I drew a monthly calendar in which I will write down the most important task that I want to focus on each day. And to add a splash of cuteness on this page, I added washi with rainbows and unicorns. My habit page has a similar layout as the previous months, although I did add 2 more habits. So in order to fit everything on the page, I made the mini calendars even smaller than before. It's a bit tedious to draw all these calendars, which is why I'm happy that I don't use a ruler. At least it goes a little bit faster that way. And I do think the end result is amazing. I noticed that not all of my habits last month were working really well. I decided to throw those habits out of the window, as they were not really important to me at the moment. I replaced them with new ones, and I kept the habits that did work. I think it's really important to review your habits like this every month, instead of just blindly continuing with the same thing. The most challenging habit this month is probably going to be Inktober. I will be participating for the first time ever. I have participated in other drawing challenges before though, so I know that they are very hard to keep up with. I am very determined though, and as a little extra motivation, I will post an Inktober update on this channel at the end of each week. I hope that it will help both me and other people to stay motivated in this challenge. And of course, I just had to do another Bujo Bingo. I must say, last month's Bujo Bingo didn't really go that well. As usual, I had set the bar way too high for myself. I very much underestimated the time of the task that I needed to do. Aside from that, life threw some very sour lemons in my face last month, and as a result, I wasn't able to work on my goals as much as I wanted to. That's okay though. Life happens and it's not always sweet. What is important is that we do not let ourselves fall in that bottomless pit, but that we find a way to climb out of it. And a new fresh month seemed like the perfect way to do that. I reevaluated my goals and I made smaller ones this month, although they are still very ambitious. In my previous Bujo Bingos, I made sure that similar goals were spread out evenly on the card, but this time I decided I would try a different thing. I wanted to bundle them together in one row. That way I can consciously decide to focus on one particular set of goals first, and it also helps me see in one glance which categories haven't gotten much attention from me yet. My categories are my gaming channel, working in my garden, this YouTube channel, finishing my creative office, and improving my computer office. If you want to know more about the Bujo Bingo tool, you can check out the video that pops up in the card right now. I'll also put a link to it in the description. I think the flamingo and all the bright colors give this page a very happy vibe, which is exactly what I need right now. Just as last month, I decided to make a YouTube post tracker again. I didn't really like last month's design though. It looked really cluttered and I lost overview, even to the extent that I stopped using the tracker altogether. I decided to give it a more schematic look this time. On the left side, I made a table with columns for every game I'm currently playing on my gaming channel, and an extra column in case I decide to start a new game. Each game column I divided in half. On the left side, I will put a check mark on the days I want to post, and on the right, I will check off when and what I actually posted. I hope that this way I can slowly discover the best workable schedule for me. I also made a tracker for this channel, which turned out more like a list of video ideas. And at the bottom right, I added some boxes to track my subscribers, views, and watch time. I'm not sure if I'm in love with the design yet. It might still need some tweaking. And that is exactly what makes a bullet journal so great. It's okay to find out what works best through trial and error. My money log is again super simple. Just like the appointment page, the header is the most elaborate thing on this spread. On the left, I track all my incoming money, and on the right, all the bills that I need to pay. I don't really track my other expenses, but I am debating whether I should. I might just add that next month. How elaborate do you track your money? Let me know in the comments. Let's share some ideas with each other. As decoration, I added this gorgeous Dreamcatcher die cut, and I'm so in love with it. My last two pages are my memory page and my happy log. The only thing I did to give myself some structure on these pages is creating a border with some washi and a few die cuts. I just like having a page that is not empty to start with. I treated these pages as one giant layout because I feel that the subject matter kind of belongs together. I found the most gorgeous unicorn die cut in my craft book, and it just had to be on the Happy Log spread. I didn't add my first weekly to this video as I usually do. That's because I will actually dedicate a whole video to that. Next week I will upload 5 simple weeklies for you to try out. If you're interested in that, make sure that you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you won't miss it. Also keep an eye out for my first Inktober update. I'll see you in my next one. Have an awesome and creative day.